in their philosophy. How do I handle that? I went for it, and the veganism started. How do you call it?
To establish again, or?
Yeah, and I lived vegetarian, but I wanted to go vegan.
Yeah.
Because of the animals, mostly because of the animals.
Yeah.
But also the environment. And my health. But for the animals, that was my drive.
Yeah.
And there it is. All the students are asked in the second year, so you have some space to develop to go at least vegetarian, drink no alcohol, no drugs, be clean, and experience that for a year.
Yeah.
And I think that's great. And everybody did. We went to the ashram with the whole class, and there was mainly vegan because the ashram leader is also a veganist. And and then that's history. Then
and there was history, and the rest is history.
Yeah,
that's so good. That's amazing.
Yeah, and then you want to discover more about veganism and nutrition and recipes. Because my children and my family eat the same thing I eat.
Yeah, exactly.
I do most of the cooking.
Jacqueline makes the best cakes ever. I mean, for the last few weeks, because Jacques and I are now, like Frank, who was also in one of the episodes, we are on the same production at the moment. Jacques is the director, and Frank and I are helping with production. So we're all bringing in food, and I've been enjoying everybody. Actually, it's just been, I think the last time you said, oh man, I should have brought 2 cakes.
Yeah.
Everybody was just going wild for it, so no, it's and one thing that I also want to mention to the listeners also is that it's been so special because you and I became very close when we were in the theater world together, I guess, and we really, I loved coming over to your house. We had so many great conversations, always had so much love and respect for you. And then kind of sort of separately, we went our separate ways, but for some reason, yoga came into your life, yoga came into my life, veganism was in my life, veganism came into your life. So it's also so beautiful. And of course you have your family, which, I don't have 2 children. I just have one with 4 legs, but like I didn't go through the whole family thing that you did. But at the same time, I feel like we really, when we reunited, it was like, wow.
Yeah.
Now we talk about yoga and veganism then again, like we have, and we still, you more than me are still very set into the theater world as well. I mean, you still work with theater, you still make work and all that kind of stuff. And I'm really grateful that I, through you, go back to my old life again, because I do miss it, of course. Like once a performer, always a performer kind of thing. Like it's always part of you. Definitely, I miss the theater very much. So it's nice to be part of this production again and kind of feel to be part of a creative process again is something that I've missed very much. And but it's just so nice that we are very consciously doing the same things again, just in a different setup. Like you have your family, you're doing it in your way, and I do it my way. And but we were kind of came back together again.
Yeah.
Back to these and having these other interests now that we share.
Yeah, but I when I followed you on Facebook, you're on the Sea Shepherd.
Yeah.
And, wow, she lives her life. Huh? She I think it's so awesome and so great to be very active on the front to protect and to raise your voice. And make people aware and stop hurting other beings.
Yeah, exactly.
And with the theater, I was out for a while, and I met Frank at a festival in my vacation with my family, and he needed a director for a new project, and he thought of me, and he reached out to me, and I thought he asked me for a little a part of the great show. He told me he's doing a very big show for the Mooi Weerspelen. It's a theater festival in the Netherlands, in Delft, and but he asked me to do the whole direction of that. So and I said yes. And it's with music from Pink Floyd, and of course I knew Pink Floyd, but not that good that I knew what their message was.
Yeah.
And I immediately thought, when I do this, I want to give it the message to waken up people, to let them see and feel what they are doing to Mother Earth. And of course, veganism was a great part of it. And so I do this project with my new values, I think, more with my new values.
Yeah.
I always, now I make theater with that message.
Yeah, which is beautiful.
And and when you came to the Netherlands again, I also immediately thought, how can I get Caro in this project?
Yeah.
And I already mentioned your name because you were a vegan chef. You could do some cooking, but COVID came, so the big show couldn't go on. But now you had to talk with Frank, the Better Earth Guerrilla, and I hope we gather some people with the same goal.
And value.
And the love, and everybody does it on another level with other visuals, other skills, but to make people aware of what we are doing to our world.
Yeah, exactly. And
to other beings.
Yeah.
I think it starts for me there. How can you hurt someone when you hurt animals? In psychology, then when you're a child and you start abusing animals, you probably later on in your life are a psychopath. Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
So, and not everybody is a psychopath who eats meat, but because there's not that connection. They don't kill themselves. They let
other
do something else. Yeah.
No, and it's also what you're saying about which you always made, and it's really important to know, like you used to have a group with a friend of yours, Powerboat, and you made crazy work, like you made really crazy stuff. And I love your creative mind, because your creative mind just stops never, like nowhere. It's just like, no, we can do that. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, let's do this. You see this. You have these amazing, crazy visions, and then you just, put it to life. So it's also so nice to be with that again. Like, you are so brave, and like you have this mind of a child. Like, it's just like, no, this is what I'm seeing, and it's so pure and beautiful. And I think what is so beautiful about what you're saying about you now being vegan and you now also holding on to those values is that you're not separating it. It's not like, oh, I have Jacques the vegan and I have Jacques the director. No, it's Jacques is a vegan director. And it was the same for me when you told me that last year they were still having catering with meat in it. I was like, isn't it called Better Earth Guerrilla? Are you fucking kidding me? And to now sort of just be really firm, lovingly firm to Frank and say, there's no way we're not having vegan catering on a place or in a theater group that's called Better Earth Guerrilla. Come on, like, and it's nice because he's really opening up to it and warming up to it. Like, you're right. It's like, I'm right. Like, for me, it's like, how could you? But there's separation. It's like he's saying, I want a better world, and I want to have a theater group that has a better world. But it's okay that I'm still, abusing animals in a way, or I'm part of that abuse of animals, but it's not okay and that's the thing. Like, I see this all the time where people are also like, I'm vegan, and then I see photos with them horse riding, and I'm like, to me, like, that's also, again, seeing that separate. And it's beautiful that you don't have that separation. You have it all in one. And it's the same for me when I'm helping you now doing the production leading of this play, of this video clip that we're doing. I'm still also the vegan chef, and I'm still also this compassionate being. And it's just really nice to see what we are creating and what we are. And not only are we creating, we are also, you are putting seeds into people's minds. I mean, they don't have to like, okay, I'm going to go vegan because I've met Jacques and Caro. But, the beautiful, the most beautiful work and the work that touches me the most is the work with a message. It's just... it gets you, and your work always had a message, and it was always quite clear. But now it's really also it has a purpose. It's purposely making.
And in all layers. And we did a show this summer, and I already I mentioned your name, and they were caterers, and and I asked it was a grill. I said, what are they grilling? They were from other cultures because it's in a multicultural part of the city, they're very keen about their meaty food and recipes they have. And I thought, at least you should have something vegan. So it's shifted very, very fast. Now you're in it. But they did. There was one vegan stand, and the other stands who were there, they had at least one vegan option. The Mother Earth option, and the other things were what they always ate. But it was a step, and now we are doing 3 steps. So it's great. And you brought very nice vegan cheese. And
it's just those
and everybody
steps, right? It's kind of, and everybody's enjoying it, and you bring your treats, and it's like that's all you have to do. Also, is to just show how easy it is. And how just for this production, it's only going to be a few days a week. Like just for now. Just eat this food, like if you, it's okay if you're still a meat eater, go home and eat your meat. It's all fine. But in this production, and part of the message of this production, of course, it needs to be vegan food. Like it's just, it doesn't even make sense to. We are, we have trees that people are carrying on their backs, and we want to show like how we should be good to the environment. We want to see more clean in Delft. We want to see more, all of that is part of that message as well. So, and I think it's great because we're a good team in that as well. And I think that, and I also feel very, welcomed by the group who aren't necessarily vegans, but who are open to like, oh yeah, this makes sense. And even, people who you explain to like, we have plant-based catering. It's going to be amazing. I hope you'll enjoy it. That's it. And, please don't bring your own food. We'll look after you, so we can give people that. And if they don't enjoy it, then at least we did our best,
But you can't make everyone happy.
No, that's one thing that I've learned. You're only gonna learn in life very quick. It's the best message. You can't save them all, and you can't be liked by them all.
No.